guys, thanks for joining me today. If you are new here and you enjoy watching content on luxury goods and experiences, please go ahead and subscribe. Your support would mean the world to me. And for any of those of you who are subscribers and who are returning, thank you so much. Appreciate it as always. So today I just wanted to do a quick video. I'd like to call this series, I love it so much I bought it again. It's an unboxing of my new Chanel espadrilles. But really, how new are they? I've actually had these espadrilles, and these are the ones that I have had for years. And I have a fun story along with them too. But I had bought these, I think 3 years ago now. I absolutely love them. I actually waited on them for some time. I didn't buy them right away. I wasn't sure how much use I was going to get out of them. It turns out they are probably one of the pairs of shoes that I'm most happy about in my collection and in my closet. I get more use out of these shoes than I do, I think, most of my other shoes. So just goes to show really how versatile they are and just how great they are. And if you're like gulping at the price tag of these shoes and how much they cost, the cost per wear for these, I mean, you really get your money's worth, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But I've worn them for the last 3 years. They are still in decent condition. I'm deciding what I'm going to do with them, whether I'll try to resell them. I feel like they're a little too worn for someone to be interested in buying, but I've seen ones worn just as much going on the resale market. So I could just sell them, and then since I bought the new pair, just recoup the money from the old pair. Or what I'm more tempted to do, and again, because I love them just so much, I'm more tempted to just keep them, and in situations where I don't want to be so careful with a new pair of shoes, then I have these. But then I don't know if that really makes sense, because when I just had these, I just wore them to everything, and that's how I plan on treating my new ones. So we'll see. I haven't really officially decided on where I'm gonna go with that yet, but I'll update you guys once I do. But anyways, I know that every season, you know, Chanel espadrilles are really just a classic when you're thinking about espadrilles. And this is one of those items, and you might have seen me talk about this on a previous video as well, but this is one of those items that I've had on my wish list for a couple of years. I kept trying to buy other espadrilles and other brands that were less expensive because I was having a tough time justifying the amount that they were. And I just always had these ones in the back of my head. And at the end of the day, I was like, I should have just bought those ones from the get-go rather than have spent all that money on a couple of different pairs, which just never satisfied me the way that these do. And you'll know, these have been out for a long time now, this particular style. It's one of their, I would say, like classic or signature styles, with the beige canvas and the black toe, and then the Chanel C's that are cut out in the beige canvas as well. I mean, I love all of the espadrilles. It's so fun to look at the new release ones for, you know, their resort collection and whatnot. And if you wear a lot of color, I do have a more neutral and earth tone based closet. And probably one of the reasons why I like this style so much. But if you do like more color and want to pop in something special for the season, they have all these really great fun styles. But like I said, I wanted a pair of espadrilles that I could just pretty much wear with everything. I also live in Texas, so it's pretty acceptable to wear espadrilles from March through like November, depending on the weather, because the weather is nice a lot of the year. And these are my vacation go-to shoes. And what I mean by that is these are what I wear traveling whenever I'm going to a beach. They are what I am wearing if I'm looking for a closed-toe shoe and not a sandal. I wear them on flights all the time. They are fantastic. And I just love them so much. So this year I noticed that they were just getting, honestly, they don't look bad. I mean, maybe I jumped the gun. I'm not upset about having another pair though, but I just felt like they're getting worn into the point where I'm going to have to start thinking about getting another pair soon. So I just pulled the trigger. So now if you're ever thinking about, you know, buying from Chanel, a few quick tips for you. One is that I actually, when I was first trying to get my hands on these, I had called Chanel and I had asked them if I could get them, and they weren't able to ship them for me because I hadn't shopped in a Chanel store here in the States. I had bought a Chanel bag in Paris in 2015, but they didn't have me in the system, so to speak. So I had to I had to basically like go into the store to be able to get them, and fortunately the store had them in stock. So that's how they originally came to be. However, I'm really glad that that happened because now my name is in the system. So what had happened was I called Chanel a couple weeks ago. I mean, it's February. We're having a nice storm here now. My mind's heading towards the nicer weather and the nicer season. So my head is all about espadrilles and sandals at the moment, just because I've had enough of this weather. But anyway, so I call the store, or I call Chanel, and they tell me that they actually don't have them in Dallas. So it was a good thing I called, because had I gone down to the store, they wouldn't have had them for me to purchase that day anyways. However, they asked me if I had shopped there before, which I had. So they mentioned that they had a pair in both Miami and Beverly Hills, and that a sales associate would be contacting me or a client advisor would be contacting me within 72 hours or so. So I said, fine, I'm not in a rush for them. I'm not going anywhere. I didn't need them at this exact moment. So I just wanted to get ahead because I knew I would be looking for another pair soon. And I know that the nicer weather is right around the corner. So I called and, then they told me to wait. And then about 3 or 4 business days later, because I want to say I called on like a Friday, and maybe like the following week on a Tuesday or Wednesday, I got a text message from a client advisor in their Beverly Hills location. And she just texted me that she had learned that I was sourcing this pair of shoes, that they had them in stock, in store, and that she would be able to ship them to me. And it was such an easy, wonderful process, but you have to get into their system. So go to a store, buy a perfume, buy makeup, buy a wallet, buy a pair of shoes. I mean, whatever you're in the market for. But once you get in their system, then it's much easier. If there's not something at your local store, it's so much easier to be able to get put in touch with someone who could ship you the item. So they did a fantastic job with shipping. So we were going back and forth through text. I called her real quick just to provide her with my payment details. She got it out right away. The next day, she had sent me a screenshot of the shipping details. I think it was 2-day shipping. And by Friday, they had already arrived. It was so fast, and such a great experience and such an easy experience. And I definitely saved that client advisor too in my phone, because she was just so helpful and so easy to work with that, should I be looking for something else again, I would definitely want to contact her and just lean on her, because I really found her very helpful. So the unboxing, these are the exact same ones. So you're not going to be surprised by anything you see in this box, but just wanted to share the unboxing with you. So here we go. You'll see as you open, you have your dust bags, my receipt, oh, 2 different dust bags, 1 for each shoe. And my new fresh espadrilles. So let's talk about sizing a bit. I wear I'm fairly consistently a size 39. I wear a 39 in Gucci loafers. I wear a 39 in Manolo Blahniks. I wear a 39 in some Christian Louboutins. Some of them I have in a 39.5, depending on the style. And in Chanel, I am also a 39. I do see some reviews online that say with the Chanel one size up. I don't think that's the case. So with these, one thing I will note is that even with the canvas, they're lined in leather, which stretches to your foot and makes these so comfortable. Oh my gosh. Let me just tell you, the first time I wore my other shoes, yeah, they're a little bit snug. I actually, when I'll put these on for the first time, I'll use a shoehorn to help get my heel in the back so that I'm not bending it. And they'll feel slightly snug on my feet, but they mold perfectly to your feet. These are shoes that I could walk around hours and hours and hours in. I always think about these when I think about travel and the trips I've been on. Like if I'm exploring a new city in the summer, you know, these are the perfect shoes to just put on with almost any outfit, whether it's a sundress, shorts and a tank top, whether you're wearing colors, whether you're in neutrals. I mean, they just go with everything. I love them. I'm so glad I actually have the newer pair and to wear them. So if they feel snug, if they're a little tough getting on your first time, but they're not uncomfortable, my advice would be to wear them in, because I feel like with this shoe in particular, that's where you have to go. There are other shoes where I would definitely disagree with that statement. I'm looking at you, my Gucci pool slides, which I'll make another video on those. I love them and I hate them at the same time, but I think it's my fault with the sizing. I also have those in a 39. But these are just, like I said, I love them so much. I had to buy them again. And you might think, but you've already had them in that color. Why not go for a new color? I just know how much wear I get out of these. And to be honest, if I have an item for years and I still like the design and the colors of it, I know that that's something that I'm going to like and appreciate for years to come. So why mess with it? So here's my one fun quick story before I wrap up today. So I had on my older ones in New York a couple years ago. I think it was like the very first trip after we had moved to Texas to go back and visit. So my husband and I actually lived in Long Beach, Long Island before moving to Texas. And we were back visiting friends and family, and I was wearing my Chanel espadrilles. Like I said, in the summer, it was like over 4th of July week. I wear them for travel. I wear them the whole time that I'm there. They're really great. So anyways, I had them on and we went we had a young child at the time. They had a girl. So we had our girls, and mine was in a stroller at the time, and we went to a brewery for lunch and to have a beer. And as we're sitting in there, it starts downpouring. Now it's the middle of the summer, so the weather's nice and it's warm. It's not cold or anything like that. You know, cool because there's rain coming down. But we walk out and it's fine. But all I'm concerned about is my Chanel espadrilles, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm caught in the rain. They have on my Chanel espadrilles. Like, no. So we walk out, and I'm pushing the stroller. I'm pushing my daughter, and I'm kind of like tiptoeing around the water, and we get to where we have to cross because we had walked there. Our friend's house was a few blocks away. So we're about to cross the street, and there is it's already flooded, the street walking to the other side, and there's no way around this. Like, even if you go up a block, like, there was just water everywhere. So my shoes were like going to get drenched. So I had to make a decision. So I'm standing there and I go, you know what? It's Chanel. Like, these, I'm not ruining these puppies. So I take them off. Let me take It was this pair that were with me. So I slide them off. I'm barefoot. It's raining. I've got my daughter pushing her in the stroller, and I've got my Chanel espadrilles like this, and I'm walking across the street barefoot in the pouring rain. And God bless the person in this car. It's just such a fun memory. By the way, if this was you in this car that day and you come across this video, just know I think about you all the time, and I send you all the good vibes. Like, I just want the best for you, and I send you good energy. But he leans out of the car and is like, girl, I see you saving those Chanels. You do it. I forget exactly what he said, but he had me cracking up. I was dying. My husband's like, oh my God. I was like, I love you. Like, you get it? Like, we just connected the soul. But he saw what happened. He knew the espadrilles and he saw me holding them up as not ruining my Chanel espadrilles. And he was like, girl, you can't ruin those Chanels. Like, I feel you. And I was like, yes, yes. So anyways, that's my funny Chanel espadrille story. And I think about that all the time. And I think about that person all the time. And I'm just like, oh, yes. But anyways, I highly, 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 highly recommend these shoes. I recommend these for spring, summer, fall. I recommend these for travel. I recommend these for being outside and exploring a city for the day, for times that you'll be walking around a lot. I've also never had a problem, and I mean, I wear these barefoot all the time, never had a problem with them smelling. And look at the bottom of these. I've had these 3 years. And I wear them all the time. They hold up so well. My husband's right. I probably didn't need a replacement pair at the moment. But like I said, it's just, you can't necessarily just go into any store and buy the particular pair that you love so much at any given time. So I'd rather have them, and whether I start wearing them right now, whether I just keep them in the box for a little bit and let these wear in a little bit longer. Like I said, I haven't quite decided, but soon to find out. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video today. I hope this was informative. If you have any questions about the espadrilles or comfort or sizing or looks or outfits, anything at all, please don't hesitate to comment below. I love engaging with you all. It's one of my favorite things when I see comments and we get to talk about the luxury products that I'm talking about. I really do get a lot of enjoyment out of that. So please don't hesitate. Even if you just want to tell me about a new pair of espadrilles or Chanel shoes that you got, I would love to hear about it. So thank you again for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.